Jonathan Goldsmith has been blowing glass for 9 months, but he says he never felt like he fit in until he found Long Island Glass.
I was looking for a facility that could really, expand my abilities, and I could, learn from other artists. And basically, I was looking for an environment, and that's exactly what I found here. I fit in really quickly with everyone else, and it was very friendly. I was quickly accepted here, and now I get to work alongside of some, pretty well-established artists.
Long Island Glass is a studio located in Holtsville, where Long Islanders can rent a space to create art from glass.
One of those creative art forms that you really can't find anywhere else. It's so difficult and it's so intensive that I was drawn to it.
Joe Pecoraro, co-founder of Long Island Glass, has been involved in the art for 21 years. He says it's more than a studio. Glass is a way of life.
It's such a diverse art form that different people take different things from it. Myself, if I had to give it one word, it would be life. Because for me, it's my life. Fabricating things and teaching people how to blow glass and custom making objects that enrich people's lives, that to me gives my life purpose.
The art of glass blowing is tricky. Pecoraro says it doesn't always go as planned.
Working glass is a lot of planning and preconceived ideas that you strive for and push for. During the process, things come up where your direction changes, and you sometimes have to roll with it due to the way physics are affecting what you're doing.
But the results are always the same when it comes to the effect glass blowing has on the mind.
I tell a lot of people it's almost like meditating or doing yoga. You get very in tune with the flame. It's very hypnotic. Fire draws your eye and your mind to it and puts a serenity over it. And then there's also ambient heat that comes from the torch. So when you're using it, it hits you dead center in your chest, right in your heart. So it actually warms your heart as you're doing it. So it's very, very relaxing. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. As long as you make something, when you're done, you're like, look at this. This object didn't exist before I got here, and now it does from my hand. So I think it's really rewarding for anybody, from any skill level too.
The art of glass blowing has been around since 50 BC, but as glass is now being mass-produced, it has diminished significantly.
Number one, it's an ancient art. It's been around for thousands of years. People have used it for currency and trade. So it's always been something of value to it. This industry has grown into more of an art form than it was when it first started. With any industry, once you saw money come into it, it attracted people that wanted to knock it off, do it for a quarter of the price. They ship it overseas, and they'll have the same product, say, we make for $100. They'll be able to reproduce it and sell it for $10. Now, it's not of the same quality glass. It's not of the same raw materials. So yeah, it's fine to get it cheap, but there's a reason that that labor comes cheap. You can get a cheap painting or you can get expensive painting, but you could tell the difference. Usually, you can see the talent that comes through. You can't recreate talent. It's impossible.
The idea behind Long Island Glass is to keep the industry alive, with people who are passionate about glass and those who are looking to learn. Every glassblower can learn something from the other.
Long Island Glass is a product of realizing the desire and need that people have to learn this art form. We turned the fire on and it was just like moths coming right to a light. We knew right away that we had to make this accessible for people. We were able to build a facility that can really take the novice glassblower and walk him through the steps to grow as an artist and a creator, as well as facilitate existing glassblowers that have already established themselves in the industry.
To learn more about Long Island Glass, go to longislandglass.tumblr.com. For Push Pause in Holtsville, this is Valerie Gordon.